The buzz is loud and clear. Folks in Florida are stressed out about property insurance. Right now, the market is acting really weird in real estate. It's a lot of speculations are going. If this is a bubble, this market is something weird, which we have never ever seen. And what's going to happen with this home prices, which have spiked up? Along with that stress, Florida homeowners has another stress, which is property insurance. In this video, I'm going to share my 2 cents, what I understand what's happening in this property insurance. I'm going to save you tons of research time. So in less than 10 minutes, I'll break down what are the rumors and what are the facts about the property insurances in Florida. Now let's talk about these rumors or facts. Number 1, it is in a market, it's saying the rates are skyrocketing. It's true. The cost of living in paradise has its price now. Florida is no more, lower cost of living state. Yes, there are some other advantages as a business owners and the property taxes you get, not as bad as the other states. Like, for example, in Texas is one of the comparable to Florida. Cost of living is much lower. Was a cost of living much lower, especially on the real estate side, but now it's different numbers. But Texas is still in one of those numbers where people are comfortable to get the homes there. But the biggest surprise that is coming is the property taxes. So in compared to that, Florida is still doing better in a property taxes, but there's another issue we are talking about that Floridians are facing, which is property insurances. And property insurance is why it's going to matter to you, because if you are a homeowner, then you already know it's added in your monthly cost, which you do have to pay. Either you pay yearly or you pay monthly in your mortgage. So the number 1, which I just started is, yes, the prices are up, but what is actually happening in these insurances? So the average property insurance rates in Florida has soared to a staggering $4,231, nearly triple the amount of the national average, which is $1,544. Like nationally, everybody's paying $1,544, but the Floridians are paying triple amount in property insurances. And that is the fact. So yes, the prices in property insurance are skyrocketed. It's not a rumor, but you need to understand the behind the scene. Why this kind of scenario we are facing right now. So this figure places Floridians at the top of the list. Average insurance premiums in the United States. Florida, it's an amazing state. It's a great lifestyle to live in. Real estate prices are not bad too. It's definitely increased the numbers. And this property insurance puts Florida, because of that, a little bit in higher numbers, even in affordability range. This doesn't end there. You need to understand again what is actually happening in the state. So with the average homeowner rates nearly triple the national average, as I said, and it's increased actually 40% in 2023. But right now it's in the news because of some other things happen in last 2 or 3 years in the insurance sections. And I want to reveal in this video. And if you are looking to buy or invest or whatever you want to do in Florida about the real estate section, you have a proper knowledge and you can plan your strategy accordingly. This market is definitely about the strategy. I just made another video where I'm talking about how strategically you can take this unaffordable market. You can still invest. It's not dead. Like you see online, a lot of people are talking about real estate is dead in Florida, but I wouldn't say it's dead. But yes, you need a proper strategy to invest in Florida right now. It's not that easy, a few years ago. You wouldn't get property like this, which is in a great price, great condition. Depends on the strategy, what you are going to invest. A lot of homeowners got a notice from property insurance companies that they are canceling their insurances or they're increasing their insurance or they won't insure homes. And that's when this news became big, where Florida homeowners are not getting insurances.
Tampa realtor Lisa Weiss says the rates on her Tampa home doubled in the last 12 months.
It's gone from $3,100 to $6,200 in just a year.
And it's affecting business as premiums have become a determining factor in whether a client buys a home.
Folks were interested in a particular home, and then once we got the quote on the insurance, we had to move on to another home.
But it's not 100% fact. I would say it has a part of rumor. This is not like you are not able to get the insurance, but it's like difficult to get insurance now. Especially Florida homes depends on a few things where you get the best discount. Number one is the year built of roof. Basically, when the roof was changed, if there is a hurricane proof, any protections in a house. So it says entry levels in the house has to be protected. So all these two factors directly gives the discounts in property insurances. And that's just making big difference. The homes which are older, especially in South Florida, because South Florida is much older than Central and North Florida. Average homes are built around 1940s, 1950s. Even though you come into suburb, that's also built around 1980s, average majority homes. And because of that, the roof changed either in 2000 time or 2007 when the Wilma came as a hurricane. Hurricane Wilma came. Around that time, majority people changed. So mostly the roof age is 20 or 20 plus years. So what insurance are doing, especially in the last couple of years, they started giving the notices which are roof for older. Either they want the homeowner to change the roof, then only they will give insurance, or they will cancel, or they have to change the companies. And there are reasons behind it, why those insurance companies are doing that, and there are underlying reasons. The one thing you need to understand, this is not something the rates are fixed. Okay, so you get house in XYZ property insurance can change tomorrow. It's not like you are locked. It is not like interest rate where you're locked in that rates. It change as the market adjusts, and there is government plans are executing to help out the homeowners. Again, there are a lot of negativity still there. I'm not saying the Floridian political side is amazingly great. A lot of people has big complaints. I don't know. This is not a political channel, but I don't want to throw my opinion on those. But along with this interest rate, because that's a national problem, right? It's not just the Florida, it's a national problem. Along with that, this thing is making it more unaffordable. And that is why government has released some of the help. So several factors plays role. Several factors are contributing to this, with weird situation. Firstly, Florida's geographical location makes it particularly vulnerable to hurricanes and flooding that we already know. And people get scared about this, but again, this is another debate if the hurricane comes that often. But yes, every homeowner has to take this insurance to protect themselves. Otherwise, if the hurricane comes in, which is not in our control, if it comes more than certain category, then it is disaster, right? And you don't want to lose your home with that. So definitely, insurance companies also holding the high risk there. That is number one fact you see. Anyways, the property insurance in Florida is higher. Again, we are talking about yearly insurance. So it breaks down in a monthly, which doesn't come out that bad. Compared to tax, but still it's there. It is higher. On insurances came after this Hurricane Ian. Hurricane Ian took big losses, so which resulted in roughly around 60 billion insurance losses. This was something nobody's control, like whole city got wiped out. Basically, the South Florida, we were not that affected, but in Central Florida, it was more affected. That 60 billion loss on insurance company made a big difference. Again, this side economy not helping overall other companies like, corporate companies. Plus this Hurricane Ian made a big difference in insurance companies, insurance providers who literally had to take those losses imbalance initially. So another big reason played a major role in this is the fallout from big companies, big insurance companies for the homeowners. So for example, the Tampa-based one company is United Property and Casualty Insurance. A big company and has left thousands of homeowners with outstanding claims. Kind of made a big issue, and the state had to back homeowners with that's only one product they had is a citizen property insurances, and they had to absorb all these losses. Now you see that there are less competitors in market. It's only citizen. They had to insure so many homes, and that's when this letter started coming. Citizen has very open plan. For example, even though you have a roof 40 years old, they will still take it. They have a maximum of 50 years roof age. They will give you the insurance with their own numbers. It's not going to be one of the famous or preferred number. Property insurance, for just an example, we were closing one property and the roof was 25 years old, and it makes a big difference when the roof is between 20 and 25. Even the 1 year difference also makes the huge number difference in property insurances. We were getting the insurance for that 4-bedroom house closely around $12,000. There is another way we could, my client's money. I mean, there are different strategies basically you can place to save this insurance and have some credit. And ultimately that number, I don't want to scare you, that 12,000, but ultimately that number came to 5,000. So that kind of big difference can happen when the credit plays the big role. Right now, I'm advising my clients, like if the roof is older, that's a big concern. Either we negotiate and take that as an opportunity. You need to keep it in mind that this is one of the expense you need to put in your pocket, because the insurance will be higher, because you only have a citizen as a choice and there is no other competitors are there. At least right now, that is also changing because the government is thinking about it, make some changes in these policies. Now let's talk about what government is doing. I've been talking about some changes, but this is recent, came in a news articles where the combat with this rising insurance cost posed a 1-year exemptions on taxes, fees, and assessments for homeowners insurance policies, aiming to reduce the average insurance premium by up to 6%. Include some other, and they are also inviting some other investor insurance companies so that the homeowners can get a little lower numbers. Now, they haven't yet started doing it. It says in air that next 1 or 2 months, we'll see the news where people are getting the better numbers, at least, when you're buying the new homes. And if you're older, you're already homeowner, I would suggest, and that's the policy says, you need to request to lower down those insurance numbers. If you do not request, they will not lower down. So this is one of the advice I'll give. If you're a homeowner in Florida and your insurance you think it's higher, you have to call the insurance companies and request them, because that's, as a new policy, they are kind of helping out the homeowners to reduce the numbers, monthly numbers, at least up to 6%, depends on the property. Now, my 2 cents for you guys, if you are new homeowners, investors, or you're already homeowners. So one of the advice I already gave you, if you're already a homeowner, please try to call your insurance companies if you feel your insurance is higher. Number 2, if you're an investor and new homeowners, I would say this can be opportunity for you. Having this insurance crisis in Florida, the best way to take this thing in a positive way is, because the market is a little higher price-wise, interest rates are higher too, more this kind of complications, making the sellers in a little bit of difficult position. Either they have to put the money to change the roof to get the better insurance policy for the buyers. Otherwise, the buyers have opportunity to negotiate with the sellers. So ultimately, this is the market of negotiation market where things are open to whom ask for. If you're not asking for, you wouldn't know what's going on the other side. This is not scary. This is not like, oh, the insurance will be too high, you will be stuck there. No, this is a temporary thing. If you even, let's say in another example, we closed one property, they didn't have a garage door as a hurricane impact. They had other stuffs hurricane impact. The insurance was $2,000 higher. As soon as we changed the garage door, dropped $2,000 credit. So that's that kind of thing I'm talking about. There are ways to do this. If you see news headlines, there are a lot of rumors. Oh my God, you guys don't get a property insurance anymore? How can you survive? I mean, this is not basically the truth. Okay, we are getting property insurance. Of course, it's a crisis. It's not one of the normal situation, but this can be an opportunity if someone takes positively, or it could be something you will take, oh, the prices are higher, interests are higher, insurances are higher. What to do? I mean, you won't take any action. So ultimately, it's a strategical market. You need to decide what you're doing. You need to understand the numbers, do your research, due diligence, and then decide. Basically, Florida property insurances are not in a bad condition, but of course, they are higher than before. But there are ways to control this thing. If you are hearing up to here and you feel like this is a value for you, please, guys, comment me below, show some love. have a like button and subscribe our channel. So I put a lot of efforts in researching this content and want good content for you, something which educates you, something which helps you out and saves your time. Thank you for watching this videos, and subscribe our channel and share with your friends. Thank you.